The power shift has begun. For decades, ideas were handcuffed to builders. If you had a vision, an opportunity, a problem you wanted to solve, you needed someone technical to bring it to life. And that made sense because execution was hard, code was complex, builders carried the weight. I have immense respect for that. My own daughter is a coder. I respect the craft deeply. But here's what nobody is talking about. That era is ending. For a long time, technical skill was leverage. If you could code, you had power because ideas alone weren't enough. They needed infrastructure. They needed someone who actually knew how to execute. So the world tilted toward the people who could write code, toward the engineers, toward the builders, and they earned that position. They solved hard problems. They created infrastructure. They turned imagination into reality. That's not easy. It never was. But here's what's critical to understand. That entire structure was built on scarcity. Technical skill was scarce. Execution was hard. And because it was hard, the people who could do it had leverage. They controlled the gateway. You wanted to build something, you had to go through them. That was just reality. But something has fundamentally changed, and it's not subtle. AI is absorbing the execution layer. It can write code, structure systems, generate interfaces, debug problems, accelerate development in ways we've never seen before. Execution is getting cheaper, faster, more accessible. And here's the critical part. When something becomes abundant, it stops being valuable. That's just economics. Scarcity creates leverage. Abundance creates opportunity. What used to take 3 months and $50,000 now takes 2 weeks in your own thinking. The bottleneck has moved. It's not, can this be built anymore? That question is almost irrelevant now. The real question is, should this be built? And that's a completely different question. That gets answered by thinkers, by strategists, by people who can see clearly what matters and what doesn't, by people who understand the market, by people who understand their customer. And for the first time in modern business, those people don't need to be technical. In fact, sometimes being technical gets in the way because when you can build almost anything, the burden shifts. It shifts from how do we execute to what should we execute. Those are completely different skills. So here's what this means for you. If you have ideas and you've always felt blocked because you're not technical, that block just got removed. Not in theory, in practice, right now, today. You can take an idea and validate it in days instead of months. You can build prototypes without hiring someone. You can test concepts in real time. You can iterate faster than anyone has ever iterated before. But here's what matters even more. That's where the real leverage lives now. The ability to think clearly, the ability to identify what matters, the ability to see the gap between what exists and what could exist, the ability to ask the right questions. That's what separates winners in this era from everyone else. It's not who can code, it's who can think, it's who can decide, it's who can see what the market actually needs. Because AI can build anything, but AI can't decide what's worth building. And that decision, that's where the equity lives now. My name is Mike, and here's why I'm doing this. I've watched too many talented people sit on ideas. Too many business owners leave money on the table because they thought they needed tech skills to leverage AI. Too many entrepreneurs paralyzed by fear that they didn't know enough. I'm here to tell you, you don't need to be technical. You need to be clear. And I'm here to help you see where AI can save your business time, money, ideally both, through free content, through frameworks, through real case studies, through the actual story of how non-technical founders and business owners are winning right now. This is Aimike, and it's a new day.